Hey everyone, this is Lance from Wash Pros in Fargo, North Dakota. Hey, when I was first starting off looking at trailers and such, I could never find videos that would help me set up a pressure washing trailer. So I wanted to hopefully help some people out here, because there's not a whole lot of stuff out there right now that can help people get a video that'll help them figure out how to set up a pressure washer trailer. Now, by no means am I going to say that I know everything, because that's not true. But I've learned a lot in the last 3 years of full-time pressure washing, and hopefully I can teach a little bit to you on the things that I've learned. I didn't have anybody to teach me besides stuff I could just find on the internet, so hopefully this helps you out. Now, today I wanted to just look a little bit at the water tank and the actual trailer that we use. So this is one of our trailers here. Now this is a 16-foot enclosed trailer, and so if I look down here, this will show you the recreational vehicle trailer cargo carrying capacity. So if you didn't know that, it's 8.3 pounds per gallon of water. That's what that's saying right there. And so the weight cargo should not exceed 7,000 pounds. That's what this is saying, if it's coming out clear or not. But so you want to have some good hefty axles on your trailer. Here in North Dakota we get some cold temperatures, so I like an enclosed trailer. And I'm doing some work on the trailer right now, adjusting and stuff to put another pressure washer in the back as an alternate in case this one breaks down up here in the front. But I think I'd like to make a couple small videos here and try to teach you all how I set up my trailer, and it seemed to work out really good for me. And if you want to leave some comments below, then that'd be great too, and to help somebody set up a pressure washing trailer. So in here I have a 550-gallon water tank. When I first started out, I had a 300-gallon tank, and it just was not big enough, so I went to this 550. And in the spring here, I'll be going to a 1,500-gallon tank, because we just on another trailer. So water is so important, especially if you're going to have to make a drive to go do some business. So this is a 550-gallon tank, and you can see here that there's that's a 2-inch port that's coming out, and then I have a shut-off valve, and then I also have a water filter right there. I'm also going to have another one up here right on the pump, and so I like to have two, just in case. I've always taken really good care of my pumps. This is an Allison pump right here, and so I've never had a problem with having two water filters coming from the tank. Now, from what I've learned in my 3 years now so far, is you never want to have a 90-degree coming off of your tank. It cuts down and slows down the water supply. So you want to try to have as straight as you can going from your tank going directly to your pressure washer. Okay? Now you see how it rises up here, and that's all right, because the gravity is going to help to force it in there into the pressure washer, and then the pressure washer will help draw it in a little bit too. But the pressure from the water tank will bring it, force it right through here, just easy, real easy. Now I have an 1.25 inch internal diameter hose here. This is a crush-proof hose. You want to have a crush-proof hose that will not pinch on you, because you never want to starve this pump right here of water. You want to give it as much water as you can. Now this is a 5.6 gallon per minute rated water pump here, so this, some people might say that this is even a little overkill, having an 1.25 inch internal diameter. Some guys will only run 1 inch, and maybe even some 3 1/4. But I love the the more water the better. I've learned that. And so the 1.25 inch internal diameter. So you just have your thread there that you're going to put in there. So it's, most of these bigger tanks are going to have a 2-inch port here. So you just go down to your hardware store and you pick up. So right here I have a 2-inch, going from a 2-inch thread to 2-inch pipe thread right into the shutoff valve here. And then I have right here, this is a downsizer here. What's the name of it? A bushing, I believe we call it. And then we go to our filter here. Okay, and then right here to our 1.25 inch, and that's a barbed hose right there. So like I said, I'm doing some work in here right now, and I've learned that, you know, I've used these right here, these plastic fittings before on the end of the hoses, but I've always had problems with them cracking here, and they'll just get a small drip leak, and so they just I haven't been happy with them. So I've been searching for brass, and I found a store that carries these brass, and I think I'm going to be really happy with this, because now I'm going to have full brass here. And so I'm going to go right into my filter right here that's going to go into my water pump. This is all brass here, so I shouldn't have any leaks. I've put some good pipe threading tape on here when I'm going to set it all up, and I'll show you when I'm all done with it. But today I wanted to talk mostly about the water supply. And so that's the hose. And like I said, I have a filter here, and I have a filter right over here. Okay. And that's the water tank. So I slightly moved my tank a little bit forward to get it a little bit more over the axles. You want to try to have your water tank, because it's so heavy, you want to have this water tank as much over the axles as you can. That's just a ton of weight right there. That's over 4,000 pounds when it's full. So lots of weight. So what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be drilling some holes down in here and putting some eye bolts so I can secure these down. In the past I've used these with the quick connects into them, which have worked good too, securing the tank down. But you got to secure your tank down. I mean, that's just big time safety issues there. And then of course you don't want this moving at all, because this would break off of here if things were to move. So you do not want that at all. Okay. All right. So let's go to the back here. Okay, so what I did yesterday is I put a port right here. Okay, and so I used this right here. This is 3.25 inch. Now what you do is you practice a hole cut. Use some cardboard like this. Make sure it's going to fit before you're going to drill and ruin your tank. So I made sure it was going to fit before I started drilling into my $500 tank here. So you can see here. But now the trick is how do you get the internal threading in there? And this is the trick right here. You want to use wire. The heavier duty of the wire, the better. So what you do, you can see here, see how that's threaded in there? So that piece there I had to put in the wire, and then the wire was up here, and I just hooked it on here. And then the wire, I just let it drag down there for that threaded piece. And then I pulled the wire through the hole here that I drilled. And then I just pulled that threaded piece through, and then I held it with my fingers here as I screwed this piece on right here to help put it on. Okay, so I'm putting that on there, and I'm gonna put another setup on here as well with another shutoff valve. I'm gonna put a shutoff valve right here on this one too, because I want to have a spare pressure washer back here in the back. I do a lot of business that's way out of town, and if my big pressure washer up there in the front, if something goes wrong with that and I don't have a part to fix it or something, I gotta have a spare pressure washer to be able to run off the tank. So this space right here that's open will have space for a spare pressure washer, and then I can run it right off of that valve there if I were to have a problem. Okay, so that's where I have my tank. I have it centered mainly right over the axles, and I hope that helps you out with the water tank setup. And I'll put some other videos on here, and hopefully I can help some people out. Take care.